this is in regards to the footage that Chris Eubank Jr. put out recently. As you guys know, I have some footage of it on my channel, so check it out. I'll leave a link below, as well as, of course, the original Chris Eubank Jr. revealing footage that they, whoever they are, he says Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, held his ambulance up for 20 minutes. And the footage was supposed to reflect after the 20 minutes, before them finally, I guess, allowing the ambulance to leave. Now, my only issue is, this is show and tell, right? So he said that they had blocked his ambulance. His team revealed the footage. We got that part. Now, here's the deal. The deal is, when Chris Eubank Jr. was saying that Eddie and whoever, Matchroom, whoever was involved, held up the ambulance. My question is, why was Eddie so defensive? You see how defensive he got? See, the key factor is, if Chris Eubank Jr.'s ambulance was held back, I think the last thing that Eddie would do would say, okay, you're waffling. That's bullshit. That didn't happen. Well, here's the thing. Who said it didn't happen? How would he know it didn't happen if he had nothing to do with it? You see what I mean? See, if Eddie didn't have anything to do with it, the first thing I would have said if I was Eddie, and this is what makes it suspicious to me, the first thing I would have said was, hey, if your ambulance, because I didn't hear anything about the ambulance, this is all new to me, which it could have been new to Eddie. But the thing is, Eddie took the wrong approach. Eddie should have said, hey, I don't know anything about any ambulance. You know what I mean? I didn't even hear anything about any ambulance. Not, instead of just saying bullshit, you're saying that we did it, or you're accusing us. Instead of saying, wow, did that actually happen? Because if it was new news to you, that's exactly what you should have said, and only said. Not, oh, that's bullshitting. That's bullshit. You didn't happen. You're lying. No. Because if it's up to Eddie, instead of Eddie becoming defensive, he should have just took his own POV of it. The POV of Eddie Hearn stating, hey, I didn't hear anything about a ambulance. If your ambulance got held up, it was because of security of the arena, not us. How could we have anything to do with your ambulance? You know what I mean? Whereas I know Eddie was trying to only get enough information to sue, for defamation. That's what he was trying to do, which he may have enough information to be real with you, but at the same time, it makes it that much suspicious because he could have just said, I don't know anything about it, because if you genuinely don't know anything about it, well, what the hell? You just don't know. Instead of saying or coming to the defense, nah, that didn't happen, that didn't this, that, and the other. You don't know what happened or didn't happen if you had nothing to do with it. You see what I'm saying? Like, things like that makes you wonder what's really going on in the sport. It makes you wonder, like, okay, what's happening? What's the deal? What did really go on? Did Eddie have anything to do with it? But all they're saying is, hey, I don't know. If you don't know what happened, just say, I don't know what happened. Not, oh, that didn't happen. So how are you so sure it didn't happen if you don't know anything about the incident? Your first time hearing something from someone, your rival, right? The rival team saying, hey, this is what happened during or after the fight. You know what I mean? If I was Eddie, I would be in attention. He was like, well, it's important. I need to hear who did this, who did that. He was just worried about legality. You know what I mean? And that makes it more suspicious, because it's like, okay, if you did something to Chris and Chris is accusing you of doing it, how don't you know about it? You know what I mean? So that's my take on it. That's the first thing. And I'm listening to the Talk Sports interview right now, and that's my counterpunch on it. You guys tell me what you think. Did Eddie have something to do with it? Did he not? I don't know. You guys tell me. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.